Hello there, lovely people. It's me, Ashley, here, sending my love to you from whatever reality I'm in today, whatever reality you happen to find yourself in. Today's, this video, because I'm going to make another one as soon as I've done this, to be fair. This video is about something that I've been thinking about for a while, and it's traits of the other you. Can't even believe I'm saying it like that, but I know that I'm not in my original body. I mean, sometimes I'm not in the original body within the flash of a changing reality on Google. You know, fallopian tubes went from up to down to up again in it, like that. So we know, those of us that are Mandela affected, we know that we're not in our original bodies. The thing is that I must be in an ash from here. And one of the reasons that makes me think that is because I think I'm left with traits of the ash from here, totally separate to me. You know, me, whatever me is in this pretend me body. The ash that was in this body before I was, has traits that I don't have. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you understand that? Or do I sound like a complete nutter at this point? But that's my finding. I've acted, I'd say that I acted unlike myself. It's things like, I go through phases I never used to do. Things like, I became massively creative. A few years ago, I started readjusting and refashioning all my clothes. I've never been like that in my life. But there I was for about 3 months. Totally, in fact, from the summer, it was even longer. It was from the summer to the winter. And I haven't done it since. And then you've got things like, I've always been into like yoga and things like that, but I've had eating disorders and things in my past. And eating's never been my strong point. I've never been very good at actually properly looking after myself and what I put in my body. Anyway, last year, I had some health news and I had to drastically change my, sorry, a call's just come through, had to drastically change my diet. And I did, literally overnight. I started on a Thursday. I don't know, it just kind of happened. I started on a Thursday. I cut out all my I limited myself to 2 cups of coffee a day, and anybody that actually knows me, I live on coffee. So that was my thing. I thought, right, I'm gonna just have one in the morning and then one at some other point in the day. Anyway, within a very short space of time, I was like having hot boiling water with lemon and mint in it in the morning, and it got to the point that I wasn't even having coffee. I'd cut out white sugar, I was eating 5 fruit and veg a day, and I was like, really, I've never been like that in my entire life. And then I stopped being like that. And then, you see, I've become very, something that has stayed with me, to be fair. I mean, I've always been a bit of a slovenly bitch when it's come to housework. Housework is like, why do I have to do it? You know, I was in charge of a family, so me being the only one doing the housework, I really resented it. Well, suddenly I'm massively house proud. Don't know where that's come from. But I bumped into a house proud me somewhere along the line. And then, obviously, at Christmas, in December, we had that spate where lots of people were very aggressive, and there was a massive outpouring of creativity as well. I mean, even my friends, Mandela affected and non-Mandela affected, some of them got very aggressive on my arse for out of the blue. I mean, one of them had me in tears because I didn't actually know where it had all come from. I was like, what? I was left completely bewildered. But then I got really creative and started having ideas coming, you know, totally creative ideas that I've never been creative. I mean, I can draw, but I'm like designing my home. Like I never have before. it's just little things. It's little things that make me think, well, that's not really me. Have you ever had that? See, to anybody that's not me, that sounds like fuck all, but I know who I am. None of those traits are me. So I just wondered what you thought about that. You know, I mean, also, I mean, I just, my appearance, I do it with my appearance as well. Sometimes I dress really rather conservatively out of the blue, and I'm not sure why. Most of the time I look like a, well, I've got my own eclectic little way of dressing, to be fair. But it's not normally conservative. And now and then I go all conservative and like, whoa, what's going on? But like, they don't last. These little phases, bursts don't last. And I was wondering, is it just my jumping in my another self? Is it that part of that other self, part of that other Ashley that's seeping in? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, lovely people, as always, thank you for your love, support. I've not had a very good few days. I'm not very well. I managed to go to a protest earlier on today because I think you have to, but I'm now bollocksed, quite frankly. So I want to make another video about something else. I'm going to leave that one for here. And my love to you all till in a few minutes' time.